Most men think attraction begins with what they say. It doesn't. It begins with what she feels while she is answering. And this is where most people never look closely enough. They believe a question is just a question, a line, a trick, a doorway into conversation. But psychologically, a question is much more dangerous than that. A question can make someone reveal themselves before they realize they are doing it. It can move attention from the surface of the mind into the deeper emotional layer where desire, safety, curiosity, and vulnerability quietly live. And when a woman feels that a man can reach that layer without forcing it, without begging for it, without trying too hard, something shifts. Not because she has been manipulated, because she has been seen. That is the part most men misunderstand. They try to turn women on by impressing them, entertaining them, proving value, showing status, being funny, being mysterious, being unavailable. But the female nervous system does not respond deeply to performance alone. It responds to emotional contrast, safety and uncertainty, warmth and strength, attention and distance. A woman can hear 1,000 compliments and feel nothing, but one question asked with calm confidence can make her pause because it touches a place inside her that most people rush past. Relationship psychology has shown again and again that attraction is not only visual, it is emotional pattern recognition. The brain is constantly asking, is this person safe? Are they interesting? Do they understand me? Do they make me feel more alive? And when the answer begins to feel like yes, desire starts forming before she has words for it. The first question is not designed to flatter her. It is designed to reveal her. Ask her slowly, like you are not afraid of the silence after it. What kind of attention makes you feel most understood? Notice what this does. You are not asking what she likes in a man. You are not asking what turns her on directly. You are not making the conversation obvious or cheap. You are asking her nervous system to describe the kind of emotional presence she secretly responds to. Most women are used to men asking surface-level questions. What do you do? What are you looking for? What's your type? Those questions keep her protected, but this question moves underneath the shield, because now she has to think about the difference between being looked at and being understood, between being wanted and being felt, between attention that consumes her and attention that makes her relax. And this is where the emotional current begins. She may say she likes when someone notices small details. She may say she likes when someone listens without interrupting. She may say she likes calm confidence, consistency, or playful teasing. But beneath her answer, something more important is happening. She is showing you the emotional doorway she responds to. And once a woman tells you how she wants to feel, she becomes more aware of whether you are capable of making her feel that way. That awareness can create tension. Not loud tension, quiet tension. The kind that makes the conversation slow down. The kind that makes eye contact last a little longer. But this is where most men ruin it. They hear her answer and immediately try to perform it. They overdo it. They become obvious. They turn emotional insight into a tactic. And the moment she feels that, the door closes. The power is not in using her answer against her. The power is in letting her feel that you understood it without needing to prove anything. Because the next question goes even deeper. It does not ask what she likes. It asks what she hides. The second question touches the part of her that most people never earn access to. Ask her, what do you usually hide from people until you trust them? This question is quiet, but it is not small, because every woman has a version of herself that she protects. Not because she is fake, not because she is playing games, but because life teaches people to reveal themselves carefully. Some women hide how sensitive they are. Some hide how deeply they think. Some hide how much they want reassurance. Some hide the fact that they are tired of being strong all the time. And when you ask this question calmly, without pressure, you are not demanding confession. You are creating a space where she can notice her own guardedness. That is where emotional tension begins. Attachment research shows that people are drawn to those who make vulnerability feel safe, but not weak. This is important. If a woman feels exposed and judged, she closes. If she feels exposed and respected, she softens. And this is where most people misunderstand what's really happening. They think intimacy comes from knowing someone's secrets. It doesn't. Intimacy comes from how someone feels after they reveal something small and you do not punish them for it. Imagine she tells you, "I hide how emotional I can be." A weak man rushes in and tries to rescue her. An insecure man makes it about himself. A careless man jokes too fast and breaks the moment. But a grounded man simply lets the truth breathe. He does not act shocked. He does not overreact. He does not turn it into a performance. He gives her the rare feeling that her depth does not scare him. That feeling can be more attractive than any compliment, because now she is not just talking to you, she is experiencing herself differently around you. And once a woman notices that she feels more honest in your presence, the interaction changes. Her voice may slow down. Her answers may become more personal. She may begin giving you emotional material she does not give everyone. But the next realization is where most people lose control, because emotional depth without playful tension can become heavy. And attraction does not grow from safety alone. It grows from the dance between safety and charge. So the third question moves from what she hides into what wakes her up. Ask her, what kind of person makes you feel a little dangerous, but still safe? This is not about danger in a reckless sense. It is about emotional contrast. The human brain responds strongly to contrast because contrast creates attention. Neuroscience tells us that novelty, uncertainty, and emotional intensity can activate deeper interest. But when those things are paired with safety, they stop feeling threatening and start feeling magnetic. A woman may say she likes someone confident, someone unpredictable in a good way, someone who challenges her, someone who is calm but not passive. Listen carefully. She is describing the edge between comfort and excitement. And that edge is where attraction often becomes physical, before either person says it out loud. But there is one question that goes even deeper than excitement, because it does not ask what attracts her. It asks what makes her lose time. The fourth question is powerful because it reveals where her mind escapes when she feels fully alive. Ask her, what makes you forget the world for a while? This question does something most men never understand. It moves her out of judgment mode. Most women are constantly evaluating, not because they want to, because they have learned to. They are reading tone, intention, energy, timing, pressure, emotional safety, social risk, and whether a man is actually present or just trying to get something. But when you ask what makes her forget the world, you invite her mind into a different place. You are asking about absorption, and psychology has a word for this kind of state: flow. That moment when attention becomes so focused, so emotionally engaged, that the outside world fades. For a while, it might be music, dancing alone, a late-night drive, deep conversation, creating something, being near the ocean, being touched by a certain kind of silence. Whatever she says, listen beneath the words, because she is not only telling you what she enjoys, she is revealing the emotional state she craves. And this is the part almost no one sees until it's too late. People do not fall deeply into attraction because of facts. They fall into attraction because someone becomes associated with a state they want to feel again. If she feels open around you, she remembers you. If she feels calm around you, she remembers you. If she feels playful, alive, feminine, mysterious, or emotionally unguarded around you, her nervous system begins connecting that feeling with your presence. This is behavioral conditioning, but in the most human way, not forced, not fake, just repeated emotional association. Imagine she says, "I forget everything when I'm having a conversation that feels like it could go anywhere." That answer is not random. It tells you she is turned on by unpredictability, mental chemistry, and emotional freedom. She does not just want words, she wants a space where her mind can wander without being controlled. A man who understands this does not rush. He lets the conversation breathe. He lets pauses exist. He does not panic when there is silence, because silence can create more tension than constant talking. And when she feels that you are not afraid of stillness, something subtle happens. She stops feeling managed. She starts feeling met. But there is another question that cuts even deeper, because pleasure is easy to talk about when it stays safe. The real truth appears when you ask about contradiction. Ask her, what part of you do people usually misunderstand? This question reveals the hidden conflict inside her identity, and every person has one. Maybe people think she is confident, but she feels soft inside. Maybe people think she is cold, but she is actually careful. Maybe people think she wants attention, but what she really wants is emotional precision. This question matters because attraction often grows when someone feels accurately interpreted. Research shows that feeling understood is one of the strongest foundations of emotional closeness. But what most people miss is that feeling understood is not the same as being agreed with. Sometimes being understood feels more intimate than being liked. And when a woman tells you how people misunderstand her, she is showing you where she feels unseen. That place is sensitive. Do not invade it. Do not try to fix it. Just recognize it. Because once she feels that you can see what others miss, the conversation stops being ordinary. But the final question is the one that changes the emotional balance completely. Because it does not reveal what she wants from others, it reveals what she secretly wants to become. The sixth question is the most revealing because it reaches beyond attraction and touches identity. Ask her, what version of yourself do you feel closest to becoming? This question does not chase her. It does not pressure her. It does not try to make her prove anything. It simply invites her to look at the woman she is becoming, not the woman she has been performing for the world. And that is where something powerful happens. Most people talk to a woman based on who she appears to be right now. Her beauty, her personality, her job, her confidence, her social image, her humor, her mood. But very few people speak to the hidden future inside her, the part of her that wants to feel more free, more powerful, more emotionally honest, more feminine, more protected, more alive. Human behavior research shows that people feel deeply bonded to those who recognize their desired identity, not just who they are, but who they are trying to become. Because identity is not only memory, identity is direction. And when you ask this question, you are not asking for information, you are asking her to step into a deeper self-image while you are present. That matters. Because if she feels more connected to her future self around you, you become associated with expansion, not pressure. And this is where most people misunderstand attraction. They think desire is created by taking control of someone's emotions, but real desire becomes stronger when someone feels more in control of themselves around you. A woman may answer by saying she wants to become softer, more confident, more fearless, more peaceful, more selective, more creative, more impossible to manipulate. Whatever she says, do not rush to become the man who gives that to her. That is the trap. You are not there to become her fantasy. You are there to understand the direction of her inner world. Because mature attraction is not built by forcing emotional reactions, it is built when two people feel a quiet recognition that something deeper is being revealed. So, remember what these 6 questions really do. They are not magic lines, they are mirrors. They reveal how she wants to be understood, what she hides before trust, what feels safe but exciting, what makes her forget, the world where people misunderstand her, and who she is becoming. Each question moves deeper than the last, not because you are trying to control her, but because you are learning how human desire actually forms. Attraction is not just chemistry, it is emotional safety with tension. It is curiosity without desperation. It is presence without neediness. It is the rare feeling of being seen without being owned. And when you understand this, you stop chasing reactions. You start noticing patterns. You start hearing what people reveal beneath their words. You start realizing that the most powerful person in the room is not the loudest, not the most attractive, not the one trying the hardest. It is the one who can stay calm while everyone else is performing. So the next time you speak to a woman, pay attention to what happens after the question. Not just what she says. Watch her pause. Watch what she protects. Watch what she softens around. Watch where her energy changes. That is where the real conversation begins. If this made you see attraction differently, comment the word aware below. It tells me you are not just listening. You are starting to notice what most people miss. Subscribe to Dark Psychology Decoded for deeper breakdowns on attraction, emotional intelligence, hidden behavior, and the quiet power dynamics shaping your relationships. And before you leave, watch the next video on the screen. Because once you understand what turns someone on emotionally, The next thing you need to understand is what makes them pull away without warning. Because sometimes the moment you think you have their attention is the exact moment you begin to lose it.